Kids, in this class, we are going to discuss about whole numbers and its properties. We already know what is the whole numbers. See, this is our whole number basket. We will call it as whole number set. Whole number set contains 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Such numbers. Many numbers are there in this set. Okay. In this class, we are going to discuss about the properties of whole numbers. Okay. First property is closure property. Closure property. Next property is commutative property. Commutative property. Next one is distributive property. Distributive property. Last one is associative. Last one is associative property. Four properties are there for whole numbers. First one is closure, commutative, distributive, associative. In this class, I will explain about closure property. It has some calculations, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. I will explain to you why we are writing all the calculations here and what are the properties. See, closure property means just take two numbers from this whole number set. See, we are dealing with the closure property on whole numbers. So, we are taking two numbers from the whole number set, and first we are going to do how it is affecting on addition. Closure property on addition. So, just take two numbers from the whole number set and just add those two numbers. If the answer is also there in the same basket, we can say that two numbers are satisfying closure property under addition. Did you understand anything? See, I will tell you once again. Just take two numbers from this basket. Okay. Shall we take two numbers? See, in this class, closure property. Closure property. For addition, just take two numbers. What are the numbers can we take? I am taking 2 and 3. I told you for addition, just add those numbers. So we got the answer as 5. So 5 is also there in the same set. So we can say that these two numbers are satisfying which property? Closure property. Okay. See, again you can take two more numbers, 6 and 7. 6, 7. What calculation should we do? We should add because we are doing addition here. So 6 plus 7. Answer is 13. 13 is again in the same set. So we can say that these two are also satisfying closure property under addition. Again take two more. 13 and 11. Okay. Just add those numbers. We will get the answer as 24. The 24 number also will be in the same set. So definitely, if you are doing anything, any numbers, just pick out any numbers from the set, just add those numbers, the answer will be in the same basket. Okay. That means answer will be in the same set, whole number set. So definitely we can say that our conclusion is whole numbers satisfy closure property under addition. So I can write here as yes. What is yes? Whole numbers satisfying closure property under addition. Okay, understood? Then we are going to deal with what about subtraction? Whole numbers. Is whole numbers are satisfying closure property under subtraction? To check that, here we are doing with subtraction. Just pick out two numbers from this whole number set. Okay. I am taking 3 and 2. I should calculate the difference between these two numbers, that is 3 minus 2 I should do. Answer is 1. 1 is also there in the whole number set. Okay. Next I am taking 4 and 5. I am doing the difference. I am finding out the difference. That means 4 minus 5. Its answer is minus 1. You are not that much familiar with the negative numbers. Anyway, that answer is not there in this whole number set. So, we can say that by seeing this answer, we can say that whole numbers are not satisfying closure property under subtraction. So, here I am going to write down no. You understood this? If you are taking any numbers, sometimes the answer will be in the set, sometimes you can't see the answer in that set. Okay. Next we are going to think about closure property on multiplication. Okay. Here I can take just take two numbers from this whole number set. 4, 5. Just do the calculation. Calculation is multiplication here. Answer is 20. 20 is in the same set. You can find 20 in the whole number set. So I can say that closure property is applicable for multiplication. Again we can check two more numbers, 6 and 7. Just do the calculation, multiplication. Answer is 42. Again 42 is there in the same set. Again do 4, 2 and 6. 2, 6. Just do the calculation. Calculation is multiplication. 12. Answer is again there in the same set. So if you are taking any numbers from this whole number set and just multiply, you will get the answer in the same set. So definitely you can say that, see, whole numbers are satisfying closure property under multiplication. So my answer will be yes or no? Yes. That means whole numbers are satisfying multiplication on the property whole number, closure property. Going to deal with does whole numbers satisfies closure property under division. Till now we were discussing about does closure property satisfies addition, multiplication and subtraction. Next our aim is to check that does it satisfies under division. For that, just pick out two numbers. Just pick out two numbers. I am taking for division. I am taking two numbers, 12 and 3. Okay. Just our calculation is division. See, answer is 4. 4 is there in the same set. Do you know what is the meaning of 12 divided by 3? See, I have 12 pieces of chana here. 12 pieces of chana here. 12 divided by 3 means division, means it is repeated subtraction. First I am subtracting 3 from this 12. See, I am taking out this 3. One time I subtracted 3. That's why I wrote here 1. One time I subtracted 3 from this 12. Again, from the remaining chanas, again I am subtracting 3. See, this is my second time of taking chana. Again I can take this 3 from the remaining 12. See, this is my third time. Okay, some more chanas are remaining, that means 3 chanas are remaining. Again, this is my fourth time of taking. This is the way you are subtracting, that means repeated subtraction is division. In the same way, if you are thinking, see, you may be getting the question, getting the question for your exam like this. See, 7 divided by 0 and 0 divided by 7. These questions you may be getting for MCQ questions. See, we can check that 7 divided by 0. See, 7 chanas I am keeping here. 7 divided by 0 means, from the meaning of division, division means repeated subtraction. I have to subtract 0 from this 7. See, I am taking 0 chanas to here and I am writing here as this is one time of my taking. Again I can see more chanas here. Again I am taking 0 chana and keeping it here. I am writing it as 2 times. This is my second time. Again I am taking 0 chana and keeping it here. See, third time. How many times I can do this? Many times. So it is not ending. That means 7 divided by 0 is not defined. Got it? See, 7 divided by 0 is not defined because we can take 0 chanas from this 7 chanas for many times. It is not ending. It will not end. In the same way, how can we find out 0 divided by 7? I have 0 chanas here. I have 0 chanas here. How many times I can take 7 chanas? Can I take? No, I cannot take. That's why its answer is 0. I will say once again, I have, here in this case I have 7 chanas, but in this case I have 0 chanas. Okay, 0 out of 0 chana, how can I take? Can I take 7 chanas out of this 0 chanas? No, I cannot take. That's why answer is 0. These two questions, sometimes the numbers may get changed. Anyhow it is changing also, no problem. The answer will be 7 divided by 0 will be not defined, and 0 divided by 7 will be, answer will be 0. If the number is changing means 1000 divided by 0, not defined. 0 divided by 1000, answer is 0. For remembering this, I have a trick. See, 7 divided by 0, you just imagine that this 7 as a boy and this 0 as a ball. Is it possible to stand on a ball for a boy? Can he stand on a ball? No, it is not defined. I think this will be easy for you. See, this 7 is a boy. This boy cannot stand on this ball. This 0, we are considering it as a ball. He cannot stand on this ball. That means it is not defined. This is an easy way to remember this topic. Okay, for remembering this, you just imagine this 0 divided by 7. Just imagine this 7 as a boy, this 0 as a ball. Can a boy hold a ball on his head? It is possible, and the answer is 0. This way you can, in this way you can remember these two things very easily for the exam. Without loss of time, you can write down the answer. This is the actual calculation I made here. See, again, coming back to our problem, our question was like this: does whole number satisfies closure property under division? We can check two more numbers. Now we were taking 12 and 3. Next we took 7 and 0 and 0 and 7. Next I can take one more set. See, 1 and 2. If you are dividing 1 divided by 2, the answer will be 1 by 2. From these examples, I can say that, see, the not defined is not in this whole number set. The answer is not defined, that is not in the whole number set. And 1 by 2, here we got the answer as 1 by 2. That is also not in this whole number set. So I can write here that whole numbers does not satisfy closure property under division. So here I am going to write down no. And now I think this is the time to wind up my class. I think you enjoyed my class. If you have any doubt, you just write it in the comment box, then I can clear you. If you didn't subscribe my channel, please subscribe, share and like. Okay, then thank you. Signing off, Femi Bijoy.